All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for ReZero, Season 2, Episode 8.
Yeah, so Garf transformed.
He went from Garf to Rarf.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And it's going to be bad.
He's going to be bad.
In this iteration, though, Subaru's learning quite a bit, though.
He is learning quite a bit. He got captured, for one.
Yes, but Otto is a legend.
Otto is awesome.
Otto is secretly like a god-tier, like, rogue mage. Like an arcane trickster.
No, see,
I could totally see him being that.
He is the proof that you don't need stats to have a wonderful character. And that the cleverness,
save for them in the back, Jacob.
The cleverness and the out of the box thinking, you know, in the RP, that can be enough.
Testify.
Yeah. But then we also have Ram, who has the stats and the snark.
Yes.
So, you know.
And even if she were a granny, she would be pretty damn cute.
Yep.
Now,
exactly.
if she was a crone with clones,
just
saying, that'd be even better.
And we do know that her name is Ryuzu now.
Yes, that's true.
We're not just going to call her the crone clone. That is definitely not going to catch on.
No,
at all.
Not at all.
No. But yeah.
This iteration is not done.
This iteration is not
still
done.
alive. He is now escaped with Otto. They are maneuvering through the forest, but Garf is going to be on their scent. And now it's going to be a question of, is Ram maybe going to be able to protect Subaru? Are they going to not go back to the mansion to save?
Because they still do need to do that.
Yeah,
they do need to do that. Like, that would be really bad if
Subaru tries to push the limits of how much time he can spend in the sanctuary before anything bad happens at the mansion, because his
that's true.
His knowledge has told him that, well, his new findings have found that I can't speak. He will be dooming them at the mansion once he leaves, because Elsa's orders are timed with his arrival.
Yes.
So,
but he can get there before she gets there, because she doesn't know when he's actually going to get there, because there's just when he's supposed to get there.
Right. Now, that might be off the table now because of, him being captured by Garfield and then having this whole situation.
Right. This iteration might be boned. Like, this might just be one where it's okay, get all the info you can and things like that, and then reset.
Yeah. And, jump into Garf's mouth or something like that.
Who knows?
Who knows? But Garf's whole thing of him not wanting to kill Subaru because he's encountered witch cultists before who are weird. And
because they're just like, who cares if we die?
Right. But that whole thing
was a fun misunderstanding.
Right. But that was a freaky situation in that Subaru might have gotten a new save point if he had stayed in that place for too long.
And then,
oh boy.
Petra would be dead. Beatrice, who knows? Yeah.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Possible. Oh.
So you're going to try and do the second stage of the trial, but I just want to point out, Subaru, that the last checkpoint was was when you finished the first one.
Yeah.
And it's been 3 days, so theoretically, you don't know. Like, the people of the mansion could be dead, and then if there was another checkpoint after that, that would be a little bit bad.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about them because it, again, has to be timed to his return, so he's maybe going to play out the sanctuary.
Sure.
To see what
right, because originally he arrived 5 days after the checkpoint.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. Not a gospel. Whoa.
Okay. Oh, come on, you can't bait us with this.
Hell yeah, let's go, let's do it. Oh, yeah. What?
俺たちの敵ってわけじゃないよな。もちろん。
どうやって？チリュウは1頭、ラムたちは3人よ。
ああ。
バルスたちが人間的に犯人前
Wow. That ground dragon's dead.
光れば光るほどにマグリッツァーは遠ざかるってやつだな。てめえは聖域の目から逃げきれなかったんだよ。聖域の目？筒抜けだったってだけの話だ。ってことは俺たちを見逃すってことだと思っていいのか？てめえ置いとくのが不都合なのは俺たちも分かった。
God, the fact that they have Bakugo's voice actor for this guy's perfect.
バカすぎてラムの話の意味が通じなかったの。
てめえの方こそ口の利き方に気をつけろや、ラム。てめえみてえな偉大の知れない。
No, we get that, Garth. Yeah.
すわけにはいかねえ。
その判断、ロズワール様のご機嫌を損ねるかもしれないわ。だってバルスはロズワール様にとって使えない使用人だもん。
Yes.
ラム、てめえのことだって。
ロズワール様。
Oh.
うるせえうるせえ。野郎のことなんざ知ったことか。
Nice, nice. Good teamwork. Okay.
邪魔すんじゃねえ。
Oh God. This is what a half-blood beast can do.
お前の言う通りにする。
Oh. Yeah.
以上。誰も。
Yeah, he knows he's gonna die.
Oh no! No!
Oh, well.
Shit.
That's not killing him.
No, this is bad.
Oh! Yeah, the ground dragon's still trying to... Oh my... Oh... Oh... Wait, whoa.
Wait a minute. Hold on
The
just a sec.
barrier? Wait, no way.
Wait,
Oh crap.
is this the new checkpoint? Wait, what's the situation? No.
Oh my god.
No, you've got to be kidding me.
取り戻すんだ。絶対に。誰もいない。
Well,
なんでここにウサギが。
For some reason, I feel like this is like Echidna.
yeah. Oh. You know, now just finish the job, Killer Bunny Rabbit.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I was gonna say, why did it have the horn?
Oh no, it's gonna be slow.
God.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh!
There's. All right. Okay.
Oh god, no. Oh,
Leave it to
please let
3-0.
it be quick. Please let it be quick.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. That is. Oh. Holy shit.
Oh, thank goodness. goodness! Okay! Okay! We got the same checkpoint. Oh, thank goodness.
Now he really looks like a cultist.
No. No way.
Wait a minute!
No way.
No, hold on!
Oh my god. Oh my god.
気持ち悪いくらい平然としてるな俺。
前に飲んだお茶のおかげさ。でなければ君の心は砕け散っていたからね。
エキドナ、制約を書き換える方法はないのか？外に出るとお前のことを忘れちまうっていう制約だよ。
Charm.
何かが必要なら他に何でも払ってやる。その代わりお前は俺の記憶に隠れるな。
She's like, oh yeah.
はい。
Yes.
しないけど、君は少し卑怯だと。
Oh my god.
This is amazing.
This is fantastic.
おまけに僕の体液をそんな。
茶化すな。お前どこまで俺の事情を知ってるんだ？
知っていることなら知っている限りのことを。
お前が妙に思わないはずがないんだよ。お前にとっては俺とは前の茶会で別れたばっかりのはずだろう。妙に思わないとしたらそれはお前がこうなった原因を知っている場合だけだ。
Oh. Oh. Wait, hold on.
試してみるといい。
後悔する暇もないかもしれないんだぜ。
そうなった時は君が僕の亡骸の前で泣き崩れることに期待しようか。
Holy shit.
エキドナ、俺は死に戻りをしている。
So, is this Echidna?
死に戻りしてるんだ。
聞いたよ。そして聞く前に見てもいた。
Oh my god.
死に戻りよ。死に戻り、死に戻り、死に戻り、死に戻り。
落ち着きなよ。君の気持ちはわかるけど。
何度も死んでやり直して。俺は死に戻りよ。
わかったってば。だから話を。
俺は
Oh! Wow!
ずっとこっちに来てからずっと
Finally able to tell someone.
Yeah.
何度も一人でずっと一人で俺は
God, this line delivery.
Ah.
わかってる。見たからね。
How though?
だからできるなら君の口から教えてほしい。君がこれまで何を思い、どう感じて、どれほど抱えてきたか。だって僕はこの世の全てを知りたいと欲する
Wow.
強欲の魔女。
Okay.
エキドナだからね。
Holy shit!
Wow!
Wow!
Wow, this feels like one of those episodes in season 1 that's like one of the legendary, like, just
Yeah.
oh, like
Yeah.
this was full of so much, and yet it was almost entirely localized to 2 conversations and then
Right.
just the horrors in between.
Uh-huh.
So Roswaal
Yes.
gives us the info.
Awesome.
He's legit, I would
Yeah.
say, so far. Beatrice has something that's connected to what's essentially a tome of wisdom. There are only 2 in existence. The Gospels are half-assed copies
Right.
of this, which means that Beatrice has the one that Roswaal's probably been relying on her to be the one to read.
Sure.
The one person who it makes sense has the other one is Satala, because what are the Gospels then?
Yeah.
Attempts at basically tapping into the truth of this world.
Right,
or
and
what
that
have
makes
you.
sense why they would be sent to the archbishops rather than, the witches or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that also makes for some very interesting interplay if you know the future and then you have someone else who's in a time loop.
Yep.
That makes things jank.
Yeah, because what they're doing is essentially determining where Subaru's ultimate path when he affects the story
Right.
will go.
And that's probably more or less what they mean by the whole thing of say that you're the person, is that you are the one that is going through the
I'm the main character.
I'm the main character going
I'm
through
the
the time
PC,
stream, and yeah, exactly, right.
Alternating on my paths and routes and stuff
Yep.
so that I can make the best result possible as I see fit. But given that I'm the person, that means that I can say, without saying it, that I'm the one that has returned by death.
Right.
And
Yes.
I'm the one that can guide the future towards the result that we want it,
Yeah.
effectively rewriting the books.
Right, which I love because that's basically a way to there are elements of how this is progressing that are keeping the mystery high, which I love.
Right.
Yes. Because ReZero is a thriller mystery, right?
Yes, definitely.
So it keeps that going, great. But also by keeping Subaru in the dark about what it is that he's saying, that might be the one way to actually bypass the return by death
totally
limitation.
is. No, that is, yeah.
Yeah. So awesome. I'm very excited to see what happens with that conversation.
And coincidentally, right at the point where he was about to do it, things moved in a specific direction to where not only did he get that option robbed from him, he's now at another tea and chat, another tea and chill with Echidna.
Right.
Where she's going to be now his source of ally and what have you, which is, how conveniently timed.
How conveniently timed indeed. I also want to point out that the fact that when he ends up going forward and it's wintertime and all that stuff and everyone's gone and he doesn't quite know why, and there are these rabbits there with little glyphs
Monty
on them.
Python killer bunny rabbits?
Yeah, like I love it because one of the things
they did
that's
have a glyph on them. You're right. I'll look
yeah,
at
like
that.
on their back leg or whatever. But because one of the things that's tough in ReZero, just conceptually, is how do you make it so that each death is terrifying, right? Especially when things like Otto dying horrifically, right? That's awful to see it happen.
Right, but we're more sad for the pain that Subaru is feeling.
Exactly. And how do you make it so that someone dying in a horrific way isn't actually like some kind of relief, because then there's going to be some kind of hard reset. Subaru dies, goes back in time, and then does everything better. Well, you make it so that it's, one, there's weird stuff that he doesn't understand, but then two, the way he dies is he gets eaten alive by a swarming pack of killer bunny rabbits.
That's literally okay, I have had nightmares of very specific things that recur. They're my top 5 nightmares, and one of them is being eaten slowly by rats. That's just the worst thing to imagine. They're slow. It's all pain.
Right.
You go crazy, literally just trying to swat them away, and they just continue to swarm.
So Subaru,
just thinking about it.
So Subaru coming back and banging his head against the wall like he is some witch cultist, right? That totally makes sense. I would not have been surprised if he had killed himself right there and then reset again, right? If Echidna hadn't stepped in, maybe he would have. But then there's the whole idea of everything that happened with Echidna. Yeah, you have qualifications now and things like that.
Instantly transported.
Because the idea that, so for instance, when towards the end of the episode, I was like, wait, is this actually Echidna? Because there was this part of me that's like, how does she actually know this? Maybe this is Satala, and that's the reason why he can tell her, right? Is that she's the one who actually does it, and that's why there's no, whatever, right?
Yeah. That's one way it could be, and it's also the idea that she's sealed so perfectly in this crypt, in her soul, spirit, whatever it is, that there's literally no way the witch's influence, like Sattla's influence,
Sure.
can actually enter here.
Right. And there's also the possibility that there could be some caveat that if somehow someone finds out through other means, that then because he's not actually, they're not learning about it from
this
him.
isn't new information.
Right. It's not
for
new
Echidna.
information.
Yeah.
Then maybe it's totally fine. Right.
Which might have been the reason why the trial of the past essentially made this be something that she was knowing about, is that she might have just gotten his whole life up until this point revealed to her through that trial.
Gotcha.
And she used his memories to, create the world in which that whole thing happened.
Yeah, if she can see into his head, right. Yeah.
And she doesn't need to be told about Return by Death.
Right.
She's like, I saw that. Yes.
We know it's not an actual bite Zadusto, So
Yes.
so
Yes,
if she
exactly.
read his mind and found out about it, that's totally okay.
But she made it feel like she was there when it was happening.
Yeah, and that's
Which
very
feels-
curious because then that means she's not really getting sealed. She's not really sealed inside this place, and that's again one of the things that feels very, very sus.
Very
right?
sus,
because but that addresses the big question. If you have someone that is the epitome of greed, right, and wanting to know things, like
Right.
greed in that sense specifically,
Yeah.
being trapped in a box like this, that would be the
That'd be
ultimate
hell.
punishment. That'd be hell, right?
Hence why she's almost falling in love with him.
Sure.
Just in the way that he's so demanding and confident.
Right,
And
I
she's
just wanted
like,
to see you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
like she hasn't interacted with anyone for probably who knows how long.
Well,
I mean, we'll
Theoretically. But
Yeah.
the fact that she's been also the idea of, I've been watching you this whole time. Not gonna lie, just a bit meta, and I love it.
Yes, yes,
Like, the
yes.
audience has been watching him this whole time. Yeah.
Yeah. She's literally on a computer background or what
No,
have you.
like-
and she loads up. Just
I'm-
she's
okay.
Like, oh.
Tinfoil hat. But if somehow it was Sattla, because if Sattla could get him from the real world, who's to say she didn't have other things from the real world? And she's actually on a Crunchyroll account right now, just watching the whole thing.
That's the ultimate, in-universe commercial thing there. But that is so
not happening.
so
but,
dumb.
But yeah,
But let's take this really seriously here.
Yes.
The result, regardless of the how or the why.
Yes.
The result is that Subaru.
Was able to tell someone.
Well, yes. But Subaru is now going to be very grateful.
Oh yeah.
And
Like,
I think it would be folly. It would be unwise to trust Echidna because of this.
oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She might have just got her own perfect servant now.
Well,
like-
Emilia, you might have some competition because I will say, while it will be some kind of crazy codependency or whatever thing,
We'll
right?
see, yeah.
Because this could very easily turn into some weird hostage situation or or whatever. I don't know. But the fact is that Subaru has been alone this entire time.
Yep.
He has had no one that he could actually interact or open up to, right?
Yep.
And with Emilia, they've gotten pretty close, sort of dancing around the topic, and being there for each other.
Right.
But this is the first time that he's actually been able to get this load off his chest. So the whole thing of him saying it over and over,
Yeah.
I love that. It's so fits, right? Because
Right.
the idea of anime characters repeating things over and over again, I feel like sometimes that's a bit overused. It is not overused in this situation, right? This isn't some MC kun. No. This is something where, oh my God, the only time horrible pain whenever I did this, physically, so there's
Right.
that as a negative reinforcement that he doesn't have to deal with anymore, so that's got to be very freeing. Then there's the fact that the one time he did actually muscle through it and told someone they fell over dead, so then there's that. But then, more than anything, the fact that he's been suffering like this, the fact that he got torn to pieces by rabbits, and no one could really help him with that.
Yep.
No one. And now here's this person who not only can he talk about it, but apparently they've watched the entire thing happen, so they know.
So they know what.
And
his
yet they
experience-
still say that no, but I don't truly know because I only saw it. I don't know what was going on in your head and your heart. So please tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a possibility that this is just what she watched when she looked maybe into his memories or something like that.
Sure. Yeah,
Now-
she didn't necessarily see it all in real time as it was going on.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, she says, "I know every step you've taken on the path here." That is past tense. Thus, I was watching. Now
That seems like it was I was
present
watching
then.
while it was going on, but that does make sense because we don't know how it would happen necessarily. But if she is some like ridiculously like not quite omniscient but close being while within here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, I could see it being something where she's still able to observe him, even if he's not in here with her, like, but just doing other things. The whole temporal permanence is a bit crazy, but
I gotta say though, him having the sloth
oh yeah,
kind of thing,
witch
in there.
factor to
Witch
stabilize
factor.
him,
but the fact that he's kind of well on his way to maybe becoming her archbishop, like you remember Betelgeuse and how much he would just talk about how much he loved. I could see Subaru very quickly becoming, at the very least, dependent, like you were saying, but also just needing her. And I feel like
she
this
is his lifeline now.
Right? Yeah, this could be one of those things where it's the ritual setup, where she's like,
Oh,
cool, he's drinking my fluids.
right.
He's expressed gratitude. Mm-hmm. He's now,
Oh my God.
given up his memories to me.
my God.
He's now done these, and it's like she's like
She
I can
quickly
almost see,
is becoming one of my favorite characters in the show.
same,
Like,
but it's
or-
almost like I can feel her being like, check that, check that. We're 4 of 7. We're 5 of 7.
Exactly.
2 more needed.
Right.
And it's just like
Uh-huh.
I'm worried not for Subaru, but I'm worried because there are other characters. Because of what happened to Rem, basically, the show is reminding us that characters can have consequences that Subaru can't fix.
Yes, that's true.
And Echidna feels way more powerful than Returned by Death.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
Well, yeah, the fact that she knows of it, that means that she does kind of supersede it. Okay, we don't know how it works,
It
but
could
that
be
gives
something
me,
that's on par with whatever her power is.
Sure, but it gives me the sense that at the very least, it doesn't affect her.
She is locked away, though, so that makes sense that it wouldn't affect her maybe here.
Sure, but that's still
if she
something.
got out,
Yeah, there could be details that change and things like that and whatnot. But
yeah,
at least right now,
right,
it has no control over her. Right.
yeah,
That's unbelievably, ridiculously huge. Like that's well, okay. He gave her a blank check,
yes,
right? Before
he
the
did.
even Return by Death thing. She didn't even need it, right? Now, granted, it was okay, if you really just want to, if you want to remember me, then all right.
right,
Which is adorkable and hilarious.
yeah,
But it could totally all be an act. She knows basically everything about him, right? She knows what kind of things would work best to manipulate him, to lull him into a false sense of security, to make
even
him
if it
think that
just
this
does
person is
ultimately
trustworthy.
help him too.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a faux, gift.
Yeah,
it could
well-
actually just be something that saves him.
The best manipulation is the manipulation that you never realize happened. Like,
Or the manipulation that you don't care about it when it's happening, because you're
That-
like,
sure,
the
that
result
too.
I get is still
Yeah.
so good that
Yep.
I'll let you use me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen that a lot in kind of the dynamics of just relationships, maybe even in this show in general. Is you can kind of feel like Subaru's like, yeah, that's okay. I don't care about how I'm being used in this way. I'm gonna return by death anyway, so I can just make it all work out.
kind of like
Basically,
Ram and Roswaal with the yes, I'm at his disposal kind of a thing.
Sure, but it's the idea of Subaru kind of lives at times where he's not worried about the consequences because he can just do it over. And that's every once in a while bitten him in the ass really hard because there's the mental strain of something.
Right.
Or the emotional strain of something. Or the ways in which he gets so mixed up in telling what has happened and what hasn't that he ends up kind of being a real shit to Amelia, like specific points and stuff. So so I am very, very excited about the idea of these two working together because my imagination can just fill in the blank just fine with what Echidna's true goals are. I don't even need to know, like, even remotely what they actually are anytime soon. Because she's a powerful witch. She's the first witch we've ever met. So, we don't really know what her limits are. It's just, she's supposed to be dead and consumed, and yet she's here, and yet she's warping him into this whole thing there, which could be...
Right.
Actually might end up leading towards the second trial. Like the
possibly
that
possibly.
Will we get a save point then after that? Like,
one of the reasons that I think I thought that Echidna was so sus here, and given the fact that yes, this is Echidna, that makes the build up for Satala even better. Is that if this is Echidna, one of the witches, one that got trashed by Satala, right?
Yeah.
What the hell is Satala? Because Return by Death, I feel like was always the that was always the power ceiling kind of the thing that we had as a reference point for how powerful Satala must be, because she could, transcend universes and things like that and control time and all that shit, right? But if Echidna is also able to know about Return by Death and all the iterations and things like that, and she got owned by Satala, someone that wasn't the power ceiling just broke the power ceiling. Like,
that's what I feel like this season is. This is just opening up the world more to basically be like, hey, the main conflict? We didn't deal with that really in season 1.
Nope.
We are dealing with that here in season 2. And that's okay. That's what we've been setting up with Echidna the second she was introduced.
Right. Yeah, it's more than okay. It's excellent. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
I am so excited to see every single different conversation and interaction that Subaru and Echidna are going to have from now until the end of the series.
I will say though that there is an element of honesty in that I believe she is genuinely flustered by him.
Okay, sure, yeah.
In that he does not act with the knowledge of someone from this world who should know what it means to be in front of a witch, right?
Sure.
And that not knowing gives him confidence where it's probably completely unfounded because...
Right.
If he did know who he was dealing with, what he was dealing with, then he would probably be groveling in fear at her feet. And the fact that he's so confident here is giving her that unique thing of, oh, why would I ever get rid of this guy? He's so freaking entertaining and fun. And wait, am I feeling things for him? Wait.
Right.
No, come on, Echidna. Slaps you, like, come on. He comes back immediately. He's all like, yeah, you've got to do these things for me. And she's like,
well, okay.
Okay.
There's also the idea that even though she can see outside of this place, I'm guessing, or has some knowledge of things that go on outside.
There does seem to be hints of that, yeah.
Right, but it's also something where...
But it might be limited to the sanctuary.
Sure, we have no idea how it goes. But she, at the very least, knows about all of Subaru's journey with Return by Death, which is crazy.
But that could be because of the trial.
It could be because of the trial, right. But what we have is that we have someone who doesn't interact, allegedly, with a lot of people. So there's even more reason why she would be extremely fond of the one person that she does get to interact with. And then on top of that, not only is it just a person she can talk to, but all the reasons that you brought up. So, yeah.
I am flabbergasted that we're getting this reveal here.
I know,
this was basically the reveal of reveals episodes for a lot of the things that have been built up so far this season. Roswaal, I believe him.
I do too.
I think he's legit.
Yeah, if you ever get to a point with someone where you ask them to their face if they can be trusted and you trust their answer, that means, it's a done deal, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He did say that he was an ally to everyone, which is a weird way to say it, but the one thing that I found rather interesting was how he kind of spoke regarding Beatrice.
Oh, uh-huh.
And I sensed I sensed something special there in a way that almost puts Beatrice above him.
Yeah,
that's the part where I feel like I can trust him. Mm-hmm. Is that Beatrice is probably, I would guess, putting on a humongous burden by reading from that book.
Yep, probably.
But the fact that she lied, seemingly, in the previous bit, where she's like, it's not like you moved me or anything.
Yeah.
Roswaal,
Uh-huh.
I think, given that he knew everything about Subaru when Subaru came in the mansion, in a lot of ways, he's like, oh, we'll watch him. We'll just watch him, stuff like that. That might have all just been the test where they're kind of just observing to see if Subaru is the one that they need.
You really think he's the one?
Right.
Yeah.
And given that there has been, up to this point in the story, only one instance where Roswaal was ever antagonistic, and that was basically where Beatrice suddenly averted kind of her
Right.
her
It was
stance on things.
Yeah, it was because Rem died, and then
Beatrice had agreed to basically protect Subaru,
right,
and had no qualms about anything regarding that. Just
right.
That was
and it's
her
the
deal.
What happened? Can't tell you. Okay, this is not going to go well.
Right. And while I would say that still needs a little bit of explanation, if we maybe go back, there might be some things we'll learn via the context of what we know now. I would put Roswaal on the completely safe option there in another angle because of the meta of Echidna being brought in as potentially the most powerful being in the story right now. Not just in the fact that she knows everything there, but if Roswaal is an enemy, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things if Echidna is our enemy. So you almost have to trust Roswaal.
Right.
Because it doesn't matter if Echidna is starting to put her talons into Subaru and maybe uses him to get out or whatever.
Yep.
Who cares about Roswaal at that point?
Right. The whole thing of don't trust mages is because, if they have power over you that you're not
even aware of.
That you're not even aware of, right? It's not balanced in that regard, then tread lightly,
Right.
Right? But if Roswaal, it's the whole thing of, but how powerful can mages get, right? Magic users, how crazy can it get? Well, then, one mage,
you just don't trust him because he's powerful, but you also could just be like, I'm not going to waste energy debating whether I should trust him or not. Obviously, I don't trust him 100%. I can just go to spend my energy on figuring out this Echidna witch who is,
infinitely more high on the priority list.
Potentially a game changer. Because this is the part
potentially, just as of this moment, she is
a complete game changer. But this is the part that's freaky, is that you want to trust her a little bit, right?
Yeah,
because there is a non-zero chance that she's a huge ally,
right? Because if she is your ally, then things just got a hell of a lot better, unbelievably.
If
better.
There's a chance that she's your ally, and she can't turn off your return by death in any way, which I would assume that. On a lot of ways, this is probably something where Echidna can only manipulate. She can't...
she has no direct control.
She has no direct control over the return by death.
She has knowledge, which is power, but,
Yes. But I would say then that means that Subaru can still pull one over, theoretically, with enough...
Right.
With enough shenanigans involved
oh my God.
on Echidna with return by death.
But one of the things that...
It'll almost behoove him to trust her so that he can get the most out of her.
Right. Well, because this show just got even more interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Because, I mentioned it even before, about the whole idea of, hey, if you want to make it so that the iterations still feel meaningful, how do you make it so that the deaths are terrifying, right? You have them get eaten alive by demon rabbits. Well, One of the other ways you can make each iteration feel meaningful is if there are people that are aware of all the iterations and their intentions might be
growing
a
in
little bit
knowledge.
sus,
Yeah.
right? Because then everything that happens is important or could be important because Echidna knows about it, right? If you ever get some plan, Subaru, well, you know that she doesn't know what's going on in your head. Good. So,
Yeah.
if you ever need to plan something, just keep it in that noggin of yours because she just told you a place that she can't see.
Yep.
And maybe one of the few places in existence she can't see.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, guys.
Uh-huh.
This next episode's going to be crazy.
It's going to be insane.
So thank you so much for watching
Oh
this
my
episode's
God.
reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. You can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Yes, we stream every weekday. Info's in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all
Next time.